Hi everyone, it's Angela Myrick, author here. And so today I wanted to talk about my favorite writing program, Scrivener. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I wrote I believe it was two books before I discovered Scrivener, and I really wish I would have found it before I even wrote my first word, because it is so helpful and it's wonderful. I love that I don't have to write in order. I can write any scene, and it's easy to find something in a book, because there's nothing worse than wanting to find a certain scene in a book and you don't remember what chapter it was in and you have no idea where to look, so you're like searching pages and pages and pages, and it just takes forever every time you're looking for something. So I am going to go to a screen recording where I will show you my favorite program and how I use it, and I really hope that you use it too. So here we are on my screen for Scrivener. This is like the logo down here. And so this is what you get when you're starting a new project. There are lots of tutorials. I used to always start with this: fiction, novel, novel with parts, and a short story. So let's go with novel. So the first thing it's going to do, it's going to say name give it a name. Okay. So I'm going to just call it tutorial. And we're going to go to create. And here we go. So this is kind of what you start with. You can use as little or as much as you feel you need to. We got front matter here, characters. I'm going to go into my current project so I can kind of show you better of how I personally use the program. In Scrivener, in my personal program, I should say my manuscript that I'm working on right now, which is His Alaskan Summer. And as you can see in here, that I got all my different chapters. So all you do if you want to go to a chapter is you just push the little plus button and it'll add a new chapter. So let's say I wanted to do a chapter 31. I just type it in here, and there you go. And you can write in here, and then you can put your synopsis in here, and you're good to go. Now the other thing you can do is you can go to like the corkboard view, which is here, where you can get a view of all your chapters and your little summaries on little index cards. And you can actually sometimes, depending on how you have it, you can like move them around, you can sort them, do whatever you want. And the really nice thing is, if you get inspiration, say you're like sitting there and you're thinking of a scene, but it doesn't happen for 6 more chapters, well, you can still put it in there. You can, go ahead to chapter 6 and put it in there when you're only on chapter 2. And it'll be there when you get to chapter 6. And it's really nice. So for characters, same thing. I don't really have much. I have a couple of pictures, but just a couple. In places, same thing. You got your see, you can kind of, this one I could move around, so that way if you want to like reorganize them or whatever. So let's go to characters, and we're not gonna go, let's just go to let's go back to our regular view. And here is where you switch it from regular to cork. And here's like a list view. I never use this one, so I don't really know, like, why would you want to use that? But anyway, it's there. So we got characters here. I sort all my characters by their name. I don't put a lot in there. I probably put more to like the more main characters. And as I write them and I want to put something like their eye color, their hair color, a trait, something they like, something that they don't like, something that I need to remember in case I have to go back, and that way I don't have to go back in the story and be like, what color hair did this, obscure, bookstore owner or whatever have? And you don't want to remember that. Okay. So the other thing we have is places. And I have like only 3 places in this particular book. Nomad, Alaska, which is where my story takes place. And then I have a little bit here about the place. It is a made-up place, so it's not like real. And these are just pictures that I found like on Google or whatever, and they're just for my personal use, and I don't plan on publishing them anywhere. And here's the log cabin where, you know, some of the story takes place. And then they also have a front matter section, but I just kind of attach it in the front of my manuscript. I don't really have an extra section for it. There's research if you're a researcher, if you want to put some information in there. Conflicts, this is just because I sync it between my MacBook and my iPad. So there's a conflict section. That way, if I have this open and I didn't save it and then I go to my iPad and there's a conflict, it'll put it in there, and that way you can check it out and decide what you want to keep and what you want to delete. So the template sheets just has blank character, and the setting sketch is all it is. And so so basically when I want to do a new character, I just go to here, and then I just kind of wrong button. So I just go here and I make a copy of it. So I go there and I just make a copy and then paste it into the section that I want to paste it into. So I have a copy of that sheet, and then I just fill it in. So it's pretty easy. The trash is basically anything that I've thrown away for whatever reason. And I normally don't I don't empty the trash, I just kind of leave it there. Sometimes I'll empty it when the book is finished, but you never know what you're gonna need later on. So yeah, that's about it. What else is there? So once I have my book and say I'm finished, well, now I want my project. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to import, and I'm going to import my files. And so I just basically do a quick import, like I just kind of import them as is. There are other options. Let's see. Actually, I did the wrong button. I want to export, not import. Oh my gosh, my brain. Okay, so yeah, we want to export, and as you can see here, it's on the Microsoft Word doc. I have all these options here. Final draft. I'm not sure like what this extension is, or even this one even. Oh, it looks like it's for screenplays. So I usually just do like a Microsoft Word document. There are ways to do it, I believe, as an ebook ready. Let's see. And I'm not sure how to do it though, because I always do everything in my Juto program, so I just export it as a Microsoft Word document, and then I do everything there. And then you have your metadata here, and then you have your options. If you want to remove if you have comments or anything, you want to remove those. Do not export sub-documents, like say you had some scenes or something and you don't want those exported, you would do that. So that's basically what it is. The other thing, quickly, so we got our export of your documents. So once you finish with, say, your first draft or whatever, and you want to go in and you want to do, like, Microsoft Word has like their editing option where you could go in and do your highlighting, and they kind of have the same thing. It's called revision mode, where you have I have all these different colors, first revision, second revision, and so then you can go in and say you want to do that. So now I'm in revision mode. So if I was to write anything, as you can see, it would be in red. And they just kind of do that so you can kind of see the changes you make and all that kind of good stuff. And then when you're done with it, you can just go out. And you can also change your color and just whatever you want to do. So I haven't used the revision mode a whole lot, so it's a pretty new change to the program. You can go to remove all revisions. Okay, so there we go. Okay, and I think that's about it. I can't think of anything as of right now that I want to go through. This paper clip right here is where you could put in your pictures, like if you wanted to do a picture, like right here where it says synopsis, there's this little picture thing, and then you can drop a picture in. And I think that's about it for right now. I may go in and do another video with Scrivener, maybe a more detailed, some little things here and there. But that's it for now. I hope you found this useful, and if you have, please leave some comments. Any questions, I'll be happy to answer, and have a great day. Oh, and please like and subscribe. It means so much to me when people like and subscribe. Bye now.